In today's video, I'm not in my own office. I'm here at Peter Lindgren's. If you don't know who he is, he's like a really good with the Sony cameras. And
What are you doing here?
One of the questions that I get asked the most is, how do I make my photos look so good?
do people actually ask you that?
Yeah,
You sure?
yeah.
Okay, I would not.
He did. Before we started recording this video, he's like,
How did you do this?
but when it comes to Sony cameras, especially full frame cameras, I've been using and abusing these cameras for the last 4 years, I think. I've been using them every single day, and the A7S III I've been using now for 2 years almost. I've found the picture profiles to be two different ones that I always get back to. I want to show you how I set mine up, all right? Oh, we got some customization to do here.
So
Hit the menu.
is this turning into how to customize the Sony A7 IV or?
Yeah, how to get the most out of your Sony camera.
That's the title.
That's the title right there. First off, we're gonna head into.
I feel a little bit embarrassed now because I asked Peter, can we make a video where you show us the two of your best picture profiles? And now he's like going through the camera and he's like, dude, what are you doing here? Are you embarrassed? Am I embarrassing the
First
Sony
off,
community?
do you have any custom buttons set up?
No.
No.
Should I leave? Go back to Stockholm? What?
I am sorry, but you cannot stay. We're gonna make something simple here. We're gonna start by setting up a few custom buttons that I like personally a lot. So we're gonna head down to the toolbox.
Yeah.
Right here, and then you have dial customization.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, operation customize.
Okay.
And then you head into, you have different ones here. So you can see that you have photos, you have for videos, and then you have for playback. We're gonna head into video because this is where my home turf is. Here you can see all the different buttons that we can customize, basically. You can just keep scrolling and you see all the buttons on the camera basically is customizable. I have a couple of ones that I like a whole lot. C4, for example, that's down here. We're gonna set that to something that I call the, let's see, color tone, picture profile. Now, when you're in video mode and you hit C4, you can just adjust the picture profile to whatever you want it to be. Very good, especially if you're on the go, you're doing a lot of vlogs, you're doing vlogs combined with cinematic stuff, and you know, you just want to change between S-Log and different picture profiles. That's
you see, this is why we come down here to get our camera set up, you know.
That's the best thing. Sony Center in Gothenburg.
This is the Sony Center in Gothenburg.
We're gonna head back into the menu again, and then we're gonna adjust the AF on. I don't know if you, like when you're shooting video, you usually never use AF on, right? And that is why I have it set up to be something that I call the let's see if we can find this.
You remember all of this by just, it's just the extension of your hand.
I've been doing this too much, but I'm looking for the exposure. Let's see, might be in the display option. Yeah, gamma display assist. So what this does is that if we choose a picture profile on this, like that, I think we are still in focus. What this does is that if we go in and choose S-Log, for example, you can see that the footage is very, very gray, right? It's grayed out, it doesn't look as good. But if we hit AF on, bam.
You get a little customizable LUT.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a LUT because it's giving it gamma assist. So everything looks more as it will look in the camera. So
this is nice.
What I did with my LUT, that you can find on my website, by the way, and in the description, is that I tried to make it look as natural as possible. So when I shoot everything in S-Log, I have the gamma display assist on, and then when I import all the stuff to Final Cut Pro, it just looks grayed out, but when I apply the LUT, it looks basically the same as in camera. It's a very neutral look, very simple. You don't have to do anything. Footage looks good straight out the camera. And this is something that is very important to have. But moving further, you can see that you have different picture profiles. So we're gonna head into picture profile 2, which is gonna be the S-Log. And this is actually the cool thing with S-Log 3. you don't have to change anything. You can have S-Log3, S-Gamut 3 Cine, and then shoot everything in this.
You use exactly
these settings. Everything is just standard when it comes to S-Log3 and S-Gamut 3 Cine. Using those combined with my LUT, it just works. This, as you can see right now, is with my LUT. This, same with my LUT. Just apply it and it looks good. All my videos that I shoot, all the vlogs, all the other things, when I use S-Log, I just apply my LUT. And as you had previously right here on picture profile number 1, you're shooting in S-Cinetone. The good thing about shooting in S-Cinetone is that you don't have to even apply a LUT. So if you just want it to look good straight out of the camera, S-Cinetone is the perfect one because you can just expose for 0 in the camera. If you look at the exposure compensation right here, then you just expose so that that is set to 0.
And looks good.
And it's gonna look good.
This I've been using for my own videos, and I got this from you, and it looks fantastic. No color grading, saving time like this.
But the reason that I'm shooting in S-Log is because you get the creative stuff from that. You can do the color grade, you can, apply your own style to it much more than you can with this. But something that I saw is that we're gonna set another thing up here. We're gonna go into the custom.
He's tearing down.
This is like it's all about efficiency. You gotta be swift. So we're gonna go into the wheel. We're gonna scroll down to, let's see, I think we had it. Wait, there we go. I think that one, control wheel.
Not sure. I feel like we are learning a little bit about Chinese now.
Yeah, I think it's this. There we go. This should be set to ISO. So, in theory, when you're just...
Wouldn't you have ISO here?
Yeah, but now you're just scrolling. You don't have to press anything. So you're just scrolling. This makes things so quick. So like picking it up, rolling.
This is much better. What were here before? Nothing.
Nothing.
This is because else is like, you can see it here. This is clicking and then rolling.
Yep.
This is much more efficient. I like that.
Super
when you're seeing here.
I'm gonna give you a last one. Okay? Last one. I promise. One of my favorites when it comes to shooting videos, especially cinematic stuff. I don't know about you, but I usually shoot my most cinematic stuff in manual focus, right? And when you're having a lens, you don't wanna flick this on and off. It just makes tedious. So you go into the custom menu again, and then we choose number 4, which is C3. Okay, and then we're gonna head back to AFMF, and I think it's this one, AFMF selector toggle. So what this does, when you press that, you can see the switches from autofocus to manual focus right there. Autofocus to manual focus.
There I see.
Right? So just press this, manual focus. That's it. Autofocus.
What did you have here before?
Nothing.
Nothing.
This man. I'm gonna give you a bonus.
I don't suck this much,
I'm gonna give you another bonus. Okay? So, when you are pressing that button, you want to make sure that you know what you're actually focusing on. Because when you press the autofocus, the manual focus, you don't really see
the focus peaking.
The focus peaking, yeah.
I had that on the APS-C, I haven't put it up here. The focus peaking. I like the focus in red. I want it in red. It matches my beard.
Buying a full frame camera, know nothing about it.
That's why I come to Gothenburg, the Sony Center in Gothenburg. You need your camera face, come to the Sony Center in Gothenburg.
We are gonna head into, I think it's the peaking display.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna set this to on. The good thing about setting this to on is that you can leave it on because it's only gonna be visible when you jump into manual focus. And we're gonna set it to red. It's the most distinguishable color in my opinion. I like it the most. So now
you see where it is.
You start seeing where you focus.
This is awesome. This is else you're just guessing,
Yeah. So when you want to go back to autofocus, bam. Oh, it's actually visible on the A7 IV. Wow. I did not know. I love that. On the A7S III? Is it gone now? No, it's there. Nice! I did not know. Now you know.
A7 IV.
A7 IV.
Good job.
Still visible. So it's not something that will take away from the experience. It's rather something that will tell you
where the focus is.
And if everything is focused that you want to be in focus. There you go, my man.
Thank you.
Onwards with the content creation.
And now I go, equipped with a new camera, and I will leave.
We're gonna have a good time. I am ready for some beer. How about you?
And do it. And too.